Hey YouTube, this is my second time trying to do this video. I keep getting interrupted. Okay, so this is part two. Family member who is doing the absolute most. I need y'all to give me some kind of guidance because I feel like when I talk to her, she ain't listening. She's not listening. So, recap. He done gave her the simplex. She done moved to Washington. He's beating on her. Now, his auntie and his first cousin are trying to have sex with her, and they all trying to share her. Yada yada. Now, she's tried to commit suicide 3 times now. Three different times she tried to commit suicide. Taking pills, drinking, running out in the street. The other time she drank some bleach or some kind of cleaning product. She drank to try to kill herself. Okay, so now with 6 months in, she's in another state. She's dealing with this craziness. They're living with the boy uncle. The boy uncle don't know the stuff that's going on. He finding out little by little, and he keeps trying to kick the nephew out because he know the nephew ain't worth squat, and he keeps telling her she need to go home to her people because he's gonna kick the nephew out. He don't know where the nephew gonna go because they thought that when he came to live with their uncle that he was gonna change it. He was gonna do bigger, better things. No, he didn't do none of that. He didn't try to do none of that. So, ooh, this hair looks horrible. Y'all got to excuse me. This is we gonna call this a bonnet. Cause that's what it look like. It need to be called a bonnet because it's not cute at all. It's not cute. It's not cute at all. Anyway, 6 months in. Now, every time she get a job, she loses a job. We're on like 6 jobs now. They tried to get a car. The first car, they paid the down payment and then missed the first payment, and the car got repoed. Second car they got, she saved up enough money to get it, and then he came up to the job and acted a fool. She lost the job. She lost the car. Okay. Now he trying to promise her because I done said I'm gonna come up there and get her, and he telling her if she leave with me, he gonna track her down and kill her. And I'm like, and you worried? You worried? I said, if he ain't killed you now, I said, he ain't trying to kill you. I said, girl, you is his um, moneymaker. He ain't finna let that go. He's not finna let that go. Girl, bye. All he doing is talking. Like most men, they're just talking. And then he a boy, so he ain't finna do squat. Like every time she get mad at him and she tell him she gonna leave, he say he gonna kill himself. She done tried to leave multiple times, and well, he's still alive. He's still alive. Ain't tried to kill herself. Ain't took no pills. Ain't did nothing. He just be telling her that, and she be calling herself scared. Like the lie he told her about he was in kidney failure, and he only had a few days to live. That's how he tricked her to get her to come to Washington. Girl, bye. So, mind y'all got to excuse me. I haven't eaten anything all day, and I'm kind of hungry. So now you're telling her, I'm gonna have a family with you, and if you have a family with me, I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna get a house. We're gonna get a car, and he gonna take care of her. Okay. 2 years into a relationship. Well, let me back up a little bit. At the end of the year, she comes back to Sacramento. She's pregnant. They don't have no place to stay. His mom's not allowing him to come stay with her. Her mom's not allowing them to come stay with them Because nobody got a job, nobody got no income. And no one's letting a grown man come live in their house for nothing. And he's not a family member. Okay. She comes to my house, asked me, can she stay? I said, sure, you can, but he can't. So every time he comes over, he got to sit on the stairs and visit her. There's no, he can't come in my house. No, he's not allowed. No. Mm-mm. I'm not having it. Mm-mm. Not having it. Now, I'm gonna find out she's pregnant. I say, make this make sense for me. He done gave you the simplex. He's been unfaithful. Not once, not twice, but about 5 or 6 times. And you came to live with him in a whole nother state. The whole time you're there, he's beating on you. He's trying to get you to have sex with his auntie, with his cousin. When you don't do it, he want to jump on you. I said, wow. Wow. You're doing the most. I said, why do you want to be with somebody like that? He started telling her nobody's going to want her but him because they both got herpes. Mind you, if nobody wants her but him, why is he jealous? Why every time she get a job, he comes up to the job and he acts a fool and she loses the job? But nobody wants her but him. She's thinking nobody's going to want her but him, so she's just dealing with it. So I tell her, if you're not going to get on welfare so that you can have a check, you can get food stamps. You can't stay here because you're not just going to be staying in my house for free and then expecting me to have this boy that's coming over here trying to knock on you. And I'm supposed to be just accepting of the crazy. No, it's not happening. He don't want to get on welfare because he don't want to be on child support. He don't got no job, so he can be worried about child support, but he worried about child support, y'all. I'm like, wow. Okay. So, she's pregnant now. She's staying with me. When he comes to visit her, he got to sit on the stairs and visit her. He can only stay for a couple of hours because he's very uncouth. He's loud, and my neighbors have started complaining. So I told her he can only come and stay for an hour or two, and he got to be out. I said, now if y'all go do something, that's your business. I said, but y'all can't do it at my house. So why do these fools go by the pool? Because he want to have sex. I tried and told her my neighbors are complaining because he's loud and he's disrespectful. But you're gonna go have sex at my pool. So you're trying to get me put out because I won't let him stay. So I tell her if she don't get a job, she got to get out. So she goes and get a job at Big 5. I think that's what that sporting good thing is. She don't have no way to get there. I'm like, girl, I'm not your mama. I'm not taking you to your job. I said, if you don't have money for an Uber, or if you don't got money for a bus, or you not going to walk, I don't know how you're going to get to the job. I don't know. So, excuse me, y'all. You know, every time I try to talk, it's like I get heartburn all of a sudden. It's like magically I got heartburn. I think I was talking too fast. Hold on, I think my asthma's playing games. So she moves out. She moves in with her mom. So her mom is taking her to the job every day. Now she's 6 or 7 months. And she's struggling because she has to stand. She's a cashier, so she got to stand. So she goes to the doctor and gets a note saying that she can't stand, which common sense, she's 6 months pregnant. We all know what that sciatic nerve is when we're pregnant. I mean, those of us that's had babies. That's why I'd never be playing games. That's why I'd never be like, sit your behind down, girl. Before I sit you down. So, customers are complaining because she can't. They're expecting her to go walk and show them where things are at instead of her telling them, hey, it's on aisle, blah, blah, blah. They want her to get up. They see she's pregnant, but they want her to get up and walk and show them where stuff is at. So, they tell her she needs to go and leave. And now she's like 7 or 8 months. She done worked there for a couple of months now. She's like probably 7 or 8 months. And she's getting kind of big. She's getting swole because she's doing all that standing up. And she's trying to walk around to show people stuff, because that's what you're supposed to do when you're a cashier, supposedly. I guess that's what people are expecting the cashier to do. Sorry, my thing keeps sliding down. So, now she went on leave. Her mom was charging her $1,000 for her and the boy to stay. She didn't want to tell me that she was staying with the boy, that the boy was staying with her at her mom's house. Because she knew I was going to say something. Mind you, he ain't tried to work. He ain't tried to get GA. He ain't tried to get food stamps. He ain't tried to do nothing. Okay. So, for them to come live with me, which she asked me, he had to go get him some GA. He had to go get him some food stamps because you ain't still stay here, grown man, and you living off my food and hers, and you're not pulling no weight. So I tell them, if you stay here, there's no fighting. There's no sex. And you're not going to be calling out her name. You're not having no company. Nobody can come to my house. You want company, you go leave and you go with them. But you ain't finna bring that in my house. No. So he say, I'm wrong. I say, this is my house, and I can do whatever I want, whenever I want, however I want. I'm not a person paying bills in here. If you want to stay here, you gotta abide by my rules, because this is my house. Because you can always get out. Sir, you can always get out. So the day after I tell him this, I hear his mama on the speaker telling my niece that she need to hurry up and get her shit together so her son could have a place to stay, because he don't need to be staying somewhere where he's not wanted. Okay. I walk up. I look at the lady. Lady looks at me. And she says, well, this is a private conversation. I don't appreciate you listening. I said, well, you are on speaker. And I did hear you tell my niece, who was a girl, that the boy who got her pregnant needs to get her shit together so that he could have a place to stay. Why can't he come to your house? That's your son. Oh, when he come to my house, he don't have no respect. I said, he don't have no respect here. But I don't have to take it. I said, I will put him out. I don't care nothing about what you talking about. She goes, well, if you put him out, it's going to be a problem. I said, what problem is going to be? You don't pay no bills in my house? How you going to tell me it's going to be a problem? I said, well, come on. Come on. You already been here. You already know where I stay. Come knock on the door. You going to limp back, though. But you come on, knock on the door. Come on. Got something for you. Mm-hmm. Bring it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Excuse me, y'all. I was a little thirsty. Um, so her I put her in contact with um one of the social workers that I used to deal with when I was her foster mom to help her get her Section 8. She gets Section 8 like this. I said, okay, I ain't mad at that. Get out. So now she got to do is, I done took her to all her appointments. I done took her so she could go get all her paperwork. But, since she was in the system, they kind of had the majority of the paperwork. Excuse me. They kind of had all her paperwork, some of the paperwork. So I took her to get the rest. I took her to all her appointments. I took her to find where she's staying now. And the boy's mama, the baby daddy, is talking about some, well, when y'all gonna move out that woman's house? When, I just need y'all to get out that lady house. Mind you, she ain't gave nobody a dollar. She ain't gave no one the gas money. She didn't get a truck for them to move their little stuff. Because mind you, they didn't have no furniture, no nothing. All they had was a playpen, a stroller. The majority of the clothes that they had, I got them for the baby. And some stuff she had got for the baby. And I think his suitcase, which he didn't even have a suitcase, he had a backpack. A backpack, because of so much clothes he got. He fit it in a backpack. A backpack, y'all. A backpack. And not a big one. We ain't talking about a Jonesboro or Jones, whatever that backpack is. No, not that big. We talking about like a backpack that you could use for a purse. That kind of backpack. That's what he had his clothes in. With a PlayStation 5. Because you had that, but you wasn't buying no clothes. You had a PlayStation 5. You were in a place to stay, but you had a PlayStation 5. That made a lot of sense. That made a lot of sense. So, with my own 17, okay. So I say, well, how are you guys going to get your stuff over to your new place? She said, I don't know. Then he going to say, oh, well, we trying to work it out. I'm going to try to get a truck. I said, how you going to get a truck and you ain't got no money? I said, you don't got no money? How you going to get a truck with some air? With your looks? I said, you ain't cute. So how you going to get a truck? He going to say, I don't know. I'm going to work it out. So, 1st of March comes. Time for them to move. I'm up hella early. I done called Isis. I done called Faye. And I done told them to come on. We finna get them up out of my house. I had them pack my car. They packed Isis' car. They packed Faye's car. I didn't even know they had that much bullshit. But then I'd explain why my living room looked the way it did. Yeah. Yeah. Every day I'm having to come in there and like, clean this up. Y'all is gross. Clean up my coffee table. They done turned off the vacuum. The vacuum used to come on every day. They done turned on off the vacuum because he said get on his nerves. But he don't want to sweep him out. You heard me. It get on his nerves. So I go in there and I flash. I'm flashing like once or twice a week. I'm just flashing. Clean my fucking house. Get up and mop. Get up and sweep. Mop this. Get this off my coffee table. Get this off my TV. Where did you watch it? Get that off. Stop making profiles. You don't own nothing up in here. How you gonna make a profile on my TV? Are you serious right now? So y'all unplugged my TV. Literally took the plug out. Because you ain't finna watch nothing on my TV. And you don't got a TV. Y'all don't got no money to get no TV. So y'all just went to a house that you don't have nothing but some clothes in there. Y'all sitting on the floor. So I give them a blood mattress. You know, not very expensive. One of those ones that's I think I paid 50, 55 or $60 for it. You know, it's a pretty good mattress. If you take care of it, it'll you know, that's all they had. It was a blood mattress. No chairs, no nothing. They didn't have no plates, they didn't have no pots and pans, they didn't have no towels, they didn't have no nothing. You knew you was gonna move. You had 2 whole months. Mind you, she was still getting the Section 8 people were sending her checks for her to, excuse me, y'all. They were sending her checks, like $200 or $300 for her to buy stuff for the house. He buying PlayStation cards, $100, $150. PlayStation cards. Ain't bought a towel, ain't bought a sheet, ain't bought a blanket, ain't bought a pillow. Nothing. Ain't bought a glass, ain't got nothing to drink out of. So you want to come to me the day you move, Auntie, can you make me like a care package? Why should I make you a care package? Why? I said, you have had $600 come in this house. And out that $600, y'all don't have absolutely nothing to show for it except for some diapers, a case of wipes, a baby blanket, and a pair of little baby booties. But y'all had $600. Okay. All right. So, me being who I am, I made her a package. I gave her glasses. I gave her a pot to fry something in. I gave her a pot to make rice and vegetables in. I gave her 2 bowls, 2 plates, 2 forks, 2 knives, and then I gave her a knife to cut up something with. He was like, "That's all you gonna give us?" Fool, you not my family. She lucky I'm giving her this. She lucky. Because when I found out that he was getting the PlayStation cards, I was beyond pissed. Why y'all didn't take the PlayStation card money and rent y'all a truck? Why I gotta call my family and friends for us to help y'all move? And then he gonna tell her, y'all. So I drive my car. Isis drives her car. My friend Faith drives her car. Faith has an SUV. So the playpen, the stroller, something else. Those plastic drawer things went in there. And then a few bags of just, I don't even know what was in the bags, y'all. I don't know. I don't even know why I took 3 cars. Excuse me, because they didn't have, like I said, they didn't have no furniture. No, nothing for a house. Nothing. They didn't bought nothing. And this fool still talking about some, well, I'm just working on it, I said, how you gonna work on something you ain't got no money? You expecting somebody else to buy it for you? Somebody else supposed to get it? I said, that's your house. And then, okay, move-in day comes. The SHRA lady says he can't move in here. He can't have nothing in his name in this house. Nothing. She lets him move in because he don't got no place to go. As soon as he moves in, now his mama's over there, now his brother over there, now his cousin's over there. Like it's his house. They over there cooking and stuff, and barbecuing and stuff. at her house. The SHRA lady done told her she can't have none of that at the place. She can't have nobody spending no nights. She can't have nobody staying. The brother comes and stays for 2 months. I said, wow. So, I go over there one day and to pick her up, to take her to get her wick. And I noticed that she got on this ring that I ain't never seen before. I say, I turn all the way around in the seat so she could get full face. She can look at my eyes when I tell her this. If you've married that boy, I can't have nothing else to do with you. And he was standing there at the window, telling her about, giving her a list of stuff to buy with her food stamps. And I say, I don't know if you heard me, but if the ring that you got on is a wedding ring, this the last time you're going to see me. I can't help you. I can't do nothing else for you. Because you evidently not giving a doggone about me. You ain't giving a doggone about this baby. I said, you already disrespecting your household because you got somebody in your household who don't care. He ain't cleaning. All he doing is messing the place up. Knocking holes in walls. Because he mad. You ain't even supposed to be there, sir. You ain't even supposed to be there. She has the baby. He has his mama call me. Y'all. He's 24. He had his mama call me to tell me about saying slick stuff to her 24-year-old child. I say, look, lady. Anything I say to him, I say it to his face. Because I ain't scared of him and I ain't scared of you. I'm going to say what I say and then what you going to do about it? What you going to do? If you come where I'm at, you're going to limp back. I promise you that. I promise you. I put that on everything I love. You're going to limp back. She say, oh, well, hold on. I might just pop over there today. I said, well, come on. You know where I stay? You done been here many times. Come knock on the door. I'll meet you. She gonna say she came over there, but she expected me to come out there to talk to her at her car. Because she mad at me because I'm telling her, Mercy. Not musty. Mercy. Doo-doo smelling breath, child. He can't get in my car unless he done took a bath and he done brushed his teeth and he done used the mouthwash that I give them. And I give them that third stuff, which is hella expensive. It's like $20 for a bottle. A little ass bottle like this. And you can't switch that around in your mouth. Walk around here smelling like the baby that needs his diaper changed. Coming out your mouth. And y'all, he think a black hoodie stops must. He thinks if he puts on a black hoodie, puts the hood on, you can't smell that he musty. Y'all. And I ain't just talking about when a little kid musty and they first need deodorant. I'm talking that must that burns your nose, that must that burns your eyeballs, that must that almost makes you puke because it's like, bleh, bleh, that must. Then he's the kind of person that he can't have silence, so he gotta talk. Excuse me. So the whole time, he just talking, he just talking, he just talking, he just talking. Because he can't shut the fuck up. He can't be quiet. He just talking. Just talking. I say, I'm going to need you to be quiet. Because it's 40 degrees outside and we got the windows down. Because we smelling your armpits, we smelling your booty. And your breath smells like diarrhea. I need you to stop talking. And the next time you get in my car, if you haven't had a bath and if you haven't brushed your teeth, don't even think about getting in my car. Because I think that is appalling that you would get in somebody's car and you musty. Your breath smells like diarrhea. And then you can't even get in the car and shut your face. It's already bad enough we smell you. But now we're supposed to smell your breath too. Oh, my cheeks are red. I don't know what's going on with that. Probably because it's hot in here. Y'all, just ridiculous. So the mama's telling me that they didn't have a baby. I might not see my great nephew because, I'm talking crazy to the daddy. What you say? I'm doing what now? She said, well, you can't be talking to my son like that. You always saying something under your breath. I said, baby, let me tell you something. I said, put me on speaker so he can hear. So everybody in the room can hear. I don't care about what you're talking about. Nothing that you say or do does anything that helps my household. Nothing. The food you eat don't make me poop. The food you eat don't nourish me. So I don't care about nothing that you're talking about. And if you want to come supposedly make me care, you know where I stay. You know where I stay. Come on. But you're going to limp back. I put it on everything I love. You're going to limp back. Yeah, lady. You're going to limp back. So she going to say, I was just trying to let you know that I don't appreciate how you talking to my child. Your child is supposed to be a grown-ass man. If he can't take constructive criticism, that sounds personal to me. I said, and you know your son funky. You know he funky. You know his breath smells like doo-doo. You know this, man. Come on. You know this, man. You know this. It ain't news. I said, if she want to keep me from my nephew, so be it. Deucey. Because she gonna need me before I need her. Ever. Ever. I said, he gonna need me before I need her. Ever. Ever. So, if they don't want me to see their child, I don't have no problem with that. None whatsoever. It ain't gonna hurt my feelings. I ain't seen him so far. She ain't sent me no picture saying she had the baby. So, I ain't missing nothing. I ain't missing nothing I ain't done already had. So, okay. She's like, so, you don't care? No. I said, lady, I am stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. HER2 negative. I don't care if she don't want me to see her baby. It's not affecting my life. No way whatsoever is it affecting my life. Nothing. I said, you know what's affecting my life? Cancer. Cancer. Chemotherapy. That's affecting my life. MRIs, CT scans. That's affecting my life. Not seeing a baby that I ain't seen ever? No. Not affecting my life at all. Matter of fact, it might be a blessing because that means she ain't going to be leaning on me because she needs something. Because neither one of them got no income. So I don't know how they're going to buy diapers. I don't know how they're going to buy milk. I don't know how they're going to buy wipes. And I certainly don't know how they're going to clothe the baby if neither one of y'all got no income. If you're living in a place where they're paying your rent, how you going to pay your lights? How you going to keep your lights on? You still going to have to pay your water, sewer, and garbage. You don't got no money for that? What you going to do? Hello? What you going to do? Because I ain't paying it. I ain't giving her no money. And my mama ain't giving her no money because I done told her not to. So I don't know what they're going to do. They can keep their baby. It ain't hurting my feelings. Okay. Stay tuned for part 3. Because there's a part 3. There might even be a part 4. Because there's still some junk going on that I ain't even told y'all. Y'all help me. Help me to be nice. Help me to try to say positive things. Because, girl, I promise you, I don't say nothing positive. I don't. I think the only thing positive I say is you need to get your stuff together. You need to figure stuff out because your baby's getting older, not younger. And he's a big baby. He's not a little baby. She still thinks this baby is a year old as of April 24th, last month. This fool weighs 30 pounds. Y'all, he a big baby. She still thinks she's supposed to feed him every 2 hours. He a year old. She still got him on a liquid diet. The only time that baby get food is like if the other grandmama, my mama, or me, or Isis feed that baby. We be giving that baby food. Because I know that baby be starving with his big self. So y'all, pray for me. I need all the prayers I can get. Pray for me. I try to be there for this girl. This girl don't appreciate nothing. Ooh, it is so hot in here, y'all. My air not working. It ain't been working for a whole month. And I didn't start noticing that the air wasn't working except for these days that it's been like 80-something. It's been 90-something degrees. And whatever degree today is, because today is the 10th. Today's the 10th of May. Girl, it's hot as hell in my house. That's why my cheeks is red. My nose is red. Girl, it's hot as hell up in here. Anyway, pray for me, y'all. Pray for me. I don't know what to say about her. Excuse me, but this is part 2. It's going to be a part 3 and possibly a part 4. Because, y'all, I ain't even done telling you the whole story. The whole story would take too long. And don't nobody want to watch somebody talking for the damn hour. They don't. Should have already been talking 36 minutes. That's 36 minutes to doggone long. Be talking about that girl. But like, comment, subscribe. Share this with somebody who's probably going through the same thing with their family member. Because y'all, everybody got that family member who don't do nothing. Always begging. Ain't never got nothing. Always wanting you to babysit, but they don't want to pick up their child. Yeah, that one. Let's be tolerant. Let's try to be brave. Let's try to be strong. Let's try to just be better. See you later. Talk to y'all soon.